So I have spent so much time and effort and energy responding to and reacting to things that didn't even deserve a response. And I learned, family, that everything does not deserve a response. And one of the biggest lessons, family, that I learned is that I no longer will give my energy to the things and the people that do not show up properly in my life. If they don't show up properly in your life, family, then you don't give the time. And it's not to be rude, and it's certainly not to be condescending, but you do not have to show up and respond to everyone in your life that doesn't deserve your response. Because sometimes, family, oftentimes, most times, our response is teaching people that we are okay with engaging in this behavior. Our response is teaching somebody that these are the type of games that we like to play. And know, family, that in this season in your life, the only game that you are playing is how to be a millionaire. So, family, take a look at your life and ask yourself, what am I reacting to? What am I responding to? What deserves my attention? And what battles are we fighting that we do not need to fight? So let's pull this energy back, because it truly is energy for us to heal and become better versions of ourselves every single time. Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. Hey, family. This time, when you said you were done, you meant it. This time you are done. A lot of times when you're done with a person, done with a situation, done with a job, sometimes we tend to go back and forth, kind of oscillate. But when you said you were done this time, you were done and there was no coming back. And a lot of times, when you're talking about people and when you tell people you're done, let's just say it's a breakup. When you say it's done and over, it's done and over. But a lot of times they don't believe you, because to them, it's just empty words. To them, it's like, okay, he'll be back. She'll be back. They're not done. But this time you were. And they thought that you would come back. They thought that you would go against your word, and you did not, and you will not. And here's why they thought that. Maybe you went back before in the past. Maybe you said you were done with the situation. Maybe you said you were done with a person. Maybe you said you were done with a job. But the reality was you were not done, and you went back against your word. So you broke the promise that you made to yourself. And sometimes, family, when we do that, when we break the promises that we make to ourselves, it's hard for a lot of people to take us seriously. It is hard for us to have that faith within ourselves, because we went against what we said we were originally going to do. But this time was different. This time, when you said you were done, you were done. And a lot of times, the reason people don't believe that you're done when you say you're done is because in the past you came back and you created this pattern, right? This pattern of making a person think that you're going to do a thing and then you not do it. So in their minds, when you say you're done, you're not really done. But this time you are, because you decided that you wanted to break the pattern. You decided that you wanted to do something new and different. And you decided that you wanted to take your life in a different direction. No more putting yourself in a situation to be uncomfortable. No more putting someone's need before your own and you not feeling that reciprocity. No more putting yourself in situations that are uncomfortable to you. You decided you no longer wanted to do that. And so you broke that pattern. They thought that you were going to come back. They thought, first of all, they didn't even think that you would leave. And the fact that you say you're leaving, they don't believe it. But little do they know, this time around, you're finished. You're finished and you're done. You're finished and you're done. And even on a job, you go back and forth, back and forth. Should I stay here? Should I leave? Should I stay here? Should I leave? What should I do? I need the check. I need this. I need that. And then you get to a point where you realize your worth. And then you get to that point where you realize who you are. And then you get to that point where you decide that you're going to make yourself the main character of your story. You broke that pattern, that habitual habit of going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and driving yourself insane and filling your mind with doubt and filling your heart with sadness. You've decided, and you woke up one day and decided. Have y'all ever woke up one day and just decided that you were done? You didn't even know when it was going to come. You literally woke up one day, and when you woke up that morning, or when you woke up, whenever you woke up, you decided that you were done. You were done living in lack. You were done living in that. You were done being unhappy. You were done being sad. You were done watching everybody else win, because at this season in your life, you wanted to win. So now you're breaking the pattern. Now you're deciding that you want to do something new, different, and better in your life. You are breaking the pattern. They didn't believe you when you said that you were done, but you 100% are. And it's going to take a lot of convincing of them, a lot of change on that job, a lot of differences in that situation to make you go against your decision and go against how you feel. Another reason that they thought that you would come back when you said that you were done is because they spent more time focused on your words than your actions. They spent more time focused on your words, but this time you don't have any words, right? Maybe in the past, you had a situation and you decided, okay, maybe I can fix this. Maybe things can change. Maybe I can give it more time. But this time you decided to let your actions speak louder than your words. You decided that you are going to let your actions speak louder than your words because you are done. You are done. And not only are you done, you're done. You are so done and tired of dealing with that. You are so done and tired of living in that. And you've decided that you want something new. You've decided that you want something different. So instead of using all these words, you are using your actions and you are making moves and you are making decisions based on actions and not on words. And family, sometimes we all go through these phases in our lives where we get to this breaking point, the point of no return, the point where we can no longer take it, the point where we want no distractions, the point where we're quieting the noise in our mind, where we're not even looking in our external environment for the answer. We know that we have the answer inside. And when you get to that point, family, where a person really thinks that you're not going to leave, when a job takes you for granted, when gratitude turns to expectation because people start to treat you in a manner that you do not deserve, and people start to treat you in a manner that is not fair to you, by your actions, you make a decision to treat yourself better. By your actions, you make a decision that you want more for your life. By your actions, you make a decision that you are no longer breaking the promises that you've made to yourself. And by your actions, you want your actions to speak louder than your words. They may not believe that you're done. Your job may not believe that you're going to leave. They think that they can treat you any kind of way, but you've got to that point where you decided no more, and you're sticking to it. And it's so very healthy, family, when we identify and create boundaries around our lives, boundaries around our minds, and boundaries around our decisions so that we can take our life to the next level, so that we can 10x our life, so that we can do new and different things by becoming a new and better person. When you are living in lack, it's almost like you are a nail and something else is a hammer. And every day they are hammering away and you feel like you're going lower and lower and lower. And you cannot live like that. You cannot live in an unhealthy environment because there is no room for you to create. There's no room for you to inspire. If you are living in an environment that is full of lack, there's no room for you to grow and change. They thought that you would not leave, but you very much have decided that that is what you're going to do. And you're making plans and you're doing the things that you need to do to get to where you need to be. And they may be stuck on your words. Like I said, maybe in the past, there was a pattern of you going against your word. Maybe in the past, there was a pattern of you not doing what you said you're going to do. But this time around, you're proving to everyone, including yourself, that you no longer desire to live that way and that you want more for your life and you want different. And in order to see the change that you want to see in people, you've decided to be that change and change within yourself so that things around you can change, so that your environment can change. Another reason that they thought that you would go back when you said you were done, maybe in the past you always communicated with them. Maybe in the past, y'all had a separation or you left the job and took some time off, but you were a little bit communicative, right? Maybe you were texting or calling, you know what I mean? Maybe you were checking in via email or whatever other way. But this time around, you want no contact. You are going no contact. And we all know, for those of us who have ever been there, that is one of the hardest things that you can do. And what is no contact? It is when you cut off all communication, family. And when I say all communication, no calling, no texting, no responding to text, no emails, no social media, no visitations, no indirectly popping up at their house, popping up where you know they're going to be, no putting yourself in a way to see where he is or to see where she is. You've gone no contact. And as hard as that is, they never believed that you could do that. So now they feel it, family. They feel it in the air. They can literally feel your energy pull back. They feel it. They felt it. They woke up feeling it because they know that there's something different. Now they're starting to feel it. In the beginning, it was, oh, they'll be back, or, oh, they're talking mess, or, oh, this, that, and the third. But now they're beginning to feel it, family. And that's how you know you are on your way to greatness. That's how you know when you are on your breakthrough, when people are starting to see the change in you, when people are starting to feel that you no longer are going to put up with this. You're no longer going to deal with that. You're no longer going to put yourself in a position where you devalue yourself, where you don't believe in yourself, and where you don't have faith and trust that you can change your life. You're no longer putting yourself in that position. You want no contact. You want no contact, family. And I know you have the urges, the desires, right? Our habituations, our patterns, the things that we're used to doing all the time. Picking up the phone, checking a text message, responding to a message. You're done. You're done, and you know you're done because you can feel it in yourself, family. You are done. And there is nothing that anyone can do or say. When a person is done, there is no coming back from that. It will take so much of upheaval, of a turning of something around, of a change for you to undo what's already done. You are done. You're done. And the reason that you want no contact in the first place is because you just wanted to create that space. You wanted to be healthy. You wanted to make room for your healing. Family, we have to heal our heart. How are you feeling today? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you feeling? We have to heal our hearts. And you got to that space mentally. You didn't just make a decision, right? Because we know that there's a difference between making a decision and then mentally making up our minds that we're going to make a decision. And you mentally made up your mind that you're going to make a decision because you are done. And you decided that you wanted to go no contact so that you can heal, family, heal your heart, heal your mind, sort of get rid of some of those traumas and work through them and sift and sort and clean the rooms of our minds and clean the rooms of our souls and get rid of things that no longer serve us and get out of living in the past and get out of those negative thoughts and those things that we're still attaching ourselves to. I heard somewhere that 95% of the thoughts that we think on a daily basis are thoughts from yesterday, are thoughts from the past. They're not even present thoughts. And you decided, I'm going to go no contact because I want to have new thoughts. I want new and healthy people to enter my life. I want to be a new and healthy person. I want better. I want a better job situation, a better financial situation, a better me situation. And I can't have that being with them. And I can't have that staying here. No, family, when you make a decision to go no contact is when you truly made the decision that you wanted to change your world and that you wanted to change your life. And another reason you want no contact is because you wanted to break free from those unhealthy habits, those unhealthy attachments to people, to things, to substances. You were done. And they never thought that you could be done because in the past you said that you were done and you went back. You said that you were done and you never changed. But this time you're changing. And this time you're not going back. And even if you did go back, family, you wouldn't even be physically present. If you went back, it wouldn't even feel good. And the reason you want no contact is so that you can break those bonds of those unhealthy attachments. So you can break that sadness, break that sickness, break that spell that we have over ourselves and thinking that we can't be the main character of our own story. You had to go no contact for you. It wasn't about what they think about you. It was never about anything other than being healthy for yourself. And that's what you decided to do. So in their minds, they never ever thought that you would leave. Ever believed that you would have what it takes to create and build a new life and move forward in your life. They never saw it coming. They never saw it coming, but you did. Because you have been planning in your mind, going back and forth and back and forth. And even if you did go back to an unhealthy environment, right? Even if you did go back to an unhealthy workplace or an unhealthy relationship or an unhealthy person, You knew it didn't feel good. And you couldn't find the peace within yourself to actually stay. So you've made up your mind that this time around, it's going to be different. And another reason, family, that you want no contact is you wanted to reduce that emotional dependence that you have on another person. What is that? I don't know. Sometimes we look to people for validation. Sometimes we look to job titles for validation. And you decided that you no longer wanted to do that. You really want change in your life, and you want something new, and you want something different, and you want something better. And this time you're going after it. As much as it hurts, as bad as you feel like you want to go back to that place, go back to that environment, go back to that job, you can't do that, family. This time around, you want different. You can't do it. And you're not going to, because you're no longer breaking the promises that you are making to yourself. Another reason, right? Because there are many reasons, but another reason why a person thinks that you're going to come back after you said that you're leaving is because, family, let's take in responsibility. Sometimes we've put these individuals on pedestals. We have placed these individuals on pedestals. We have put them so high up in our lives. We have made them so important in our lives. And family, maybe you are the nurturing type, right? Maybe you're the type of man that loves to provide, take care of his woman, make her feel good and great. Maybe you're the type of woman that does the same thing, but family, sometimes people take your niceness as a weakness, right? So when you've inadvertently placed a person on a pedestal, they start to think that they're bigger than you. This one guy that I follow, he said, I took her to eat a 5-course meal and she thought she can get that anywhere. And I say that to say, family, sometimes you introduce people to a new life. You introduce people to a new way of living. You show people what love looks like, what support looks like, what family looks like. Family, these people didn't have that before you. They don't know support. They don't know love. They don't know loyalty. They don't know communion. They don't know spirituality. They don't know sticking together. And when they came in your life and they saw that, it felt good. So now they started to think that the blessings that were on you were their blessings, that the things that you brought to their lives were of their own doing. So that's when they went from gratitude to expectation. And when you put these individuals on a pedestal because you love them, you loved her, you loved him, you were caring for these individuals, when you put them on a pedestal, they started to really believe that. And they started, in a lot of cases, family, to think that they were better than you. They started to treat you badly because at the end of the day, you made them feel good and they took that the wrong way. Maybe they have insecurities. Maybe they have past issues and faults in their lives that were unresolved, most likely before they came into your life. And you gave them that oomph. You gave them that juju. You gave them that thing that they needed to feel great and feel important. And they used that against you. So family, in this season, you decided when you said that you were done, you were going to take them off of that pedestal. Simply remove the stool. Let them fall back to normal, right? Being a normal place in your life as a normal human would be. They are no longer the focal point of your life. And you are deciding that you are the main story in your own life. Remove them off of that pedestal and put yourself on that pedestal because this is your life and you play the main character in your life. Nobody else does. You do. You do, family. You play that main character in your own life. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves of who we are. Sometimes when we're so busy building a person, building a company, building a life, building anything, sometimes when we're so busy, we forget to put ourselves as a main character. But family, you didn't forget. You're not forgetting now because something that happened woke you up for you to get to that point where you say, I'm done. I can't do, like you can't even physically, like as much as you would want to, you physically can't do it anymore. You have tried and you physically cannot do it anymore. You are tired. You are so tired and you are done, family. We've all been there. I have been there where you have given everything, given your all to a person, given your all to a situation, and you feel like at the end of the day, it has not been reciprocated. They thought that you would come back when you said you're done, but not this time around. There are going to be a lot of feelings that are going to be hurt. It's going to be a lot of feelings that's going to be hurt because you ain't going back to that. You're not. And if you did go back to that, it would have to be a better and healthy environment. You're not doing it anymore. Even with these jobs, these companies, these businesses, anything that we are entering in as a chosen one, anything that we're entering in that no longer feels good to us because it's unhealthy and not toxic, we are changing the paradigm of our lives. And we want more and better and different. And we're not allowing ourselves to stay there because we no longer want to. And we don't have to stay anywhere where we're not welcome. And we don't have to stay anywhere that's unhealthy for us. And lastly, family, when you said that you were leaving and they didn't believe it because they thought you were coming back, it is because they underestimated you. And how many people in your life have underestimated you, right? Maybe you're super nice, right? Or maybe you're quiet, maybe you're stern, maybe you have that masculine strength, or maybe, as a lady, you have that feminine strength, and they underestimated you, right? They underestimated you, but you're done. You're done doing all that talking. You're done proving to people your worth. You're done allowing them to see who you are. You got to that point where you're done and they underestimated you. And that's fine. Let them underestimate you, because at the end of the day, they're feeling it now. Family, if I can give you any peace in your heart, I want you to know that your absence in anything, your absence in a relationship, your absence at a job, your absence at an environment, people feel it. Your energy, and we don't even realize how strong we are. We don't even realize how powerful we are. Family, when you leave a thing, they feel it because your energy is gone. You are the blessing. We always put price tags on things. We always look at other things with value, and we don't see the value in ourselves. They underestimated you, but they're seeing your value now. They're realizing that you meant what you said, and you said what you meant, and you're not going back, not this time around, because you want better, you want more, because you are more, and you want to do more, and you want to be more. Family, there's nothing that's going to turn you back to go back to that life that you used to live, because you have come to a point in your life where you want more. You've come to a point in your life where you're no longer sacrificing you for nothing. You're no longer sacrificing you for lack. You're no longer giving your mental health away. You're no longer giving your physical time, your presence, your energy, your body to anything and anyone that no longer serves you, because in this season, you win. In this season, you pass go and you collect $200 like Monopoly. You win in this season. And the only games that you're playing with people are how to become a millionaire. The only games that you're playing are things and games that are going to uplift you and take you where you need to be. They underestimated you, and that's fine, because you have nothing to prove, because you are moving with your actions and no longer moving with your words. You've gone no contact. You've broken the patterns. Family, they've looked at you a certain way and it didn't even matter, because you're deciding that beyond all doubt, beyond your current state, beyond your outer environment, you're making a decision to do different and be different and have more, because you are more. And I'm telling the truth. You've taken them off of that pedestal that they did not deserve. They did not deserve a front row seat in your life. And at the point where they did deserve a front row seat, there is something that happened or something that was done to where they no longer deserve that front row seat in your life. You've taken your power back and you've taken that energy back, family. So in conclusion, you've removed them off that pedestal. You've taken your power back. You've broken patterns because you want more for yourself. You've decided to be a better version of yourself. And they underestimated you. But you found your strength. And no matter what it took for you to get here, you got here. And like my mom always used to say to me, you can't get there from here. You have to fix here. And there comes here. Family, every single thing in your life that you want is, let me come closer so y'all can hear me. Every single thing in your life that you want is coming to you when you fix here. When you fix here, I know it's hard. I know it's difficult, but when you fix here, every single thing that you want is coming to you, and you didn't have to go out there to get it. It came to you. And that's how you know you are on your journey. Let them people think what they want. Let them say what they want. Let them spread whatever rumor and gossip. Family, it doesn't matter, because all that matters is that you get to a healthy place where you feel good about yourself and you start to love yourself and honor yourself, so that all the good things and all the good opportunities and all the great people come into your life, and this time they're coming to stay. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. Hey family, it is such a good practice every day to take a little bit of time out of your day to work on your self-identity, right? Your identity, what you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, what you think of yourself. It matters, family. A lot of times we move about as if we're common. We walk around as if we're average. And and I don't say this to be arrogant. I don't say this with an air of me thinking I'm superior or better. But what I will say is when you are above average, right? When you are chosen, when you are called to do something great, you're not average. Because you're walking a different walk. You're talking a different talk. You're taking a different path than the average person does. There is nothing common about you. Nothing. There is nothing common about a phenomenal person. So when you are working on yourself, your personal development, your identity, becoming a better version of who you are, you have to understand that you are not common. You're uncommon, family. You're uncommon. And that comes with loving yourself, increasing yourself, believing in your self-worth, understanding and knowing that you are somebody, that you are here on this earth to live a good life. That you deserve to be happy, that you deserve to have all the things that you want in your life. When we are working on ourselves, we have to learn to trust, love ourselves, right? Be good to ourselves, be gracious, patient, and kind. Work on our identity, the things we tell ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, how we allow people to treat us, right? And when you think about your heart, this is what I always say. Your heart has a door, right? It has a door. It opens and closes. And we are the ones that allow what we want to come in our lives and what we do not want in our lives, because our heart has a door. It has a key that we unlock and we close when we want, right? And we're having to guard our hearts and to guard our minds and to understand and know that we are worthy of something greater and something better. We're not common. There's nothing common about you. Nothing. You are here on this earth above ground. There are many people that are not here, right? You have an opportunity and another chance at another day to be great and to do something great. There's nothing common about you. And it's time, family, for us to take our seats, right, on our thrones and become the highest and best version of ourselves that we know that we can be, because we are not common. Average is the enemy. And there's nothing average about you, family. And I need you to know that. And I need you to believe that as you go on about your day. Know and understand that you are great and you are called to do something great because you are chosen. Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. Hey, family. I want to thank you so much for watching my content. And I'm asking you, if you haven't already, please subscribe. More good things to come. Thank you. Stay inspired. Hey family, have you ever invested time and energy and effort into a person or into a career or just into something, that you were into or dealing with in that time in your life, and it didn't work out for you? It didn't work out. The relationship didn't work. The career opportunity didn't work. Whatever the situation was, it didn't work. And now you're left with feeling like, man, I can't go back there. I can't make that change. But what if you're at this place in your life where you want something new and different? What if you want a new start in your life? And one of the things I learned, family, it's never too late to start over. Because the reality is we're really not starting over. We're starting anew. We're starting with experience. We're starting from where we stand. And that is not always a bad thing. So I want to share with you some lessons on how to start over. I'm going to give you a few reasons why it is never too late to start over. You have the power to change your mind at any given moment in your life about who you want to become and what you want to do with your own time. You have the power to make a decision and say, I want to do something different. I want to be someone new. I want to have something new and different in my life. You have the power to do that. And sometimes, family, when we're just living every single day, living every single moment of our day, doing the same thing over and over, going the same places, sometimes it feels mundane. Sometimes I feel like nothing new and different is coming in our lives. But I'm here to tell you, family, that that's not the case. That at any given moment, you make a mental decision to decide that you want to do something new and different. New and different will come to your life. And one of the things I always say is that true change is waking up and making a decision that you want to do something new and different than you did the day before. That is true change. It is waking up and making a decision to make a different decision than you did the day before. And when you're at that place in your life, family, where you want true change, there is nothing that can stop you. When you're at that point in your life where you want to do something new and different, there is nothing that can stop you from doing that, family. And I want you to know that. So you can always reinvent yourself, family. You can always reinvent yourself. There is nothing in your life that you haven't overcome. Look at your life right now. Think about all the challenging situations that you've dealt with in your past, whether they were situations with people, situations on the job, just situations in your waking life, in your family, in your friendship circles. You've overcome them all. Tell me I'm lying. You've overcome them all. And even the things that you don't think you've overcome, you have, family, because every single day you're getting up every single day and you're making a decision to do something new and different every single day. And you're getting closer to that finish line and closer to that person that you are becoming. You have the power to reinvent yourself. True change is waking up and making a decision to do something different in you than you did the day before. Are you wanting to change? Are you wanting to change? When you say you truly are reinventing yourself, when you say you truly are making the decision to become someone new and different, are you really wanting to change? Because the reality is, family, we all say we want better. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us, the majority of us say that we want better. We want to be more, we want to do more, and we want more in our lives. But are we doing the things that it takes to create true change? Another reason it's never too late to start over is because a lot of us believe that we've missed our opportunities. We feel like the opportunities that we were presented with in the past are done and gone. We feel like we will never, ever, ever be able to get those old past opportunities. But family, I'm here to tell you that is absolutely not true. And I know we can't get time back. And I know we may not be able to get those exact same opportunities back. But today is a new day. And you can get anything that you want in your life, because the reality is it is not a missed opportunity, because you can reframe your story. And today you can create a new opportunity. And not just can you create a new opportunities are going to naturally come your way. Things are going to naturally come to you. Everything is going to work out on the job. Everything is going to fall into place because everything you want is coming to you, and you didn't have to go anywhere to get it. It came to you. Because now you're working on yourself. You're deciding that you want to change. You're deciding that you want to do something new and different. Every single thing that you want is coming to you. It wasn't a missed opportunity. You are reframing that story and retelling that story, because everything in your life happened for a reason, and the time is now. And family, while we may not be able to get our time back, while we may not be able to go back in the past and redo that thing, redo that relationship, redo that job, while we may not be able to go back, there is no time like the present moment, right? Somebody said to me, someone said, this is the youngest you'll ever be and the oldest you've ever been. The time is now. And I know that we can look at the world and say there aren't many opportunities, there aren't many things for me to do, but there are, family. Because in your mind, you can create the day. In your mind, you can create whatever story. In your mind, you can create your life the way you want it to be. You can take your future and bring it to your present. That's how inspired you can be. You can wake up and create your day. Close your eyes and think about the way you want your day to go. Close your eyes and think about how you want it to be when you wake up. Are you jumping into a brand new car? Are you in this healthy, beautiful relationship? Are you traveling abroad? Are you sitting on the beach? Whatever it is that you want, you can wake up and create your day the way you want it to be. It doesn't have to be like the way it is now. Your life doesn't have to be this way forever. If you're living in a great life and you love your life, that's awesome. But I think we all have things that, we need to work on and that we need to focus on. But if you spend some time reframing that past, telling a new story to yourself, and being intentional about creating a new and better day, family, new and better days will come. And I'm telling the truth. When you mentally make up in your mind that you want to change, that's when the magic happens. When you reframe your story, you can create new days. Like I've said before, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I have, where I've woken up in the morning and something that I've gone through yesterday will start to download in my mind. So I'm waking up with these negative thoughts downloading. And the minute that happens, family, I catch it. I close my eyes and create the day, the way I want the day to go, so that I can sort of quiet those noises and quiet those negative thoughts in my mind, so that today can be different than my yesterday. I am intentionally creating a new day. because I want something new and different. We don't have to continue to live the way we used to live. For those of us who feel like we're not happy, you don't have to live in lack. You don't have to live like that. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be with that person. You have the power to make a decision to do and be what you want to do and be. And I understand that we all can't make moves so quickly. I do understand that some of us are tied to a situation, or maybe we have children, or maybe we need a job, or whatever the case is. I know that we are tied to things. But family, when we get busy making up in our mind that we want something new and different, I promise you opportunities appear. Opportunities for something new to happen. We start to attract new and different people. Better things start coming our way. Lucky breaks, opportunities, what they call them, synchronicities. Good things start to come to us because we're deciding that we want to do something new and different in our lives. We're making a decision to start anew because we're deciding that we want to change. We're deciding that we want to do something new and different in our lives. Another reason, family, why it is never too late to start over is because now we're starting to recognize our excuses. So many of us say things like, I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I tried that before and it didn't work. I gave that person an opportunity. I worked there. I did that and it didn't work. But if we're able to get beyond our excuses, sometimes the lies we tell ourselves, the things that we tell ourselves to make us feel good, when we get to that point where we don't want to feel good, but we want to be good, that's when we make the change. When we get to that point that we want to be good and we don't just want to feel good, we're able to overcome these excuses. And family, when you can wake up and when you can overcome yourself, then you can overcome your day. When you wake up and you can overcome those negative thoughts, those feelings, those excuses about what you can do, what you can't do, why it's not working out, why things won't change, woe is me, when you can get through that, what some call victim mentality, or get through those negative feelings. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the feelings that we feel are justified. If we feel like we can't, then we can't. If we feel like we can, then we can. Whatever is true to you is true to you. So if you want to make a decision to say, I want to do something different and I want to change because I'm not too old or I'm not too young or whatever excuse we assign to the thing, if we can get beyond that, family, that's when we can change the world. Do you want to change? Do you want to change? And this is the reality of this situation. We say all day we want something new. We say we want a better relationship. We say we want a better job. We say we want a better outcome. But are we doing the things so that we can be better? Do we want to feel better or do we want to be better? Because when you want to feel better, you remain in certain situations and you overstay your welcome in certain things. But when you want to be better, you start to do the things that make you better. You make the decisions. You set the tone for your life. And like I said before, good things start coming to you and you didn't have to go get it. And another reason, family, why it is never too late to start over is that things are not falling apart for us. Things are falling together, family. They're not falling apart. They're falling together. If you look back on your life, think about all the situations that you've been in. Think about something really, really challenging that you went through that at that time you never thought you could make it through. Remember how that made you feel? Remember how sad you were, or disappointed, or shocked, or betrayed. Remember how that made you feel. Now fast forward to the present moment. You overcame it. So while we feel like sometimes things are falling apart, it very well could be falling together. Because if maybe that situation didn't happen, you wouldn't be where you are today. If that situation wouldn't happen, maybe you wouldn't have your new wife. If that situation wouldn't have happened, maybe you wouldn't have your new relationship or your new job or your new business or your new career or your newfound self. Everything happens for a reason. And a lot of times when we lose things in our lives, like I always say, it's addition by subtraction. Losing that person was addition by subtraction. Losing that job was addition by subtraction. And I know it didn't feel that way in the moment. It never, ever does. But the reality is every single thing that's falling apart in your life that you believe to be falling apart is absolutely falling together. Because if you truly believe yourself to be chosen, which is set apart from the rest, which is you being cut from a different cloth, if you truly believe yourself to be chosen, then you know you didn't come this far just to come this far. Why would you come this far just to come this far? You have a whole long journey ahead of you, and you're being intentional about your life, making the changes that you need to change, making the decisions to do something new and different, to become something new and different. And like I said, true change is waking up and making a decision differently than you did the day before. Do you want to change? Because if you want to change, you have to understand that things were never, ever, ever falling apart. They were only ever falling together every single time. Let me get closer. They were never, ever, ever, ever falling apart for you. And they were only falling together. And I know that's hard to believe because a lot of times I ask people, I say, do you believe in miracles? And they say, yeah, I do. But the reality is, family, we may believe in miracles for others, but we don't believe that for us. We may believe that dreams come true for others, but do we believe that dreams come true for us? And in order for us to go from wanting to feel good to actually wanting to be good, whenever we want to get to that point where we just don't want to feel better, we want to be better, that's when we start understanding that it is never too late to start over. And like I said, you're not even starting over. You're starting from experience and you're starting anew. And you know that you don't want that. You know that you don't want that anymore. You know that you'll never work there anymore. You know that you'll never hang out with them anymore. You'll never give that person that anymore. You cut them off because you're starting over from experience and the knowing of who you are in this current life and who you want to become. You're starting from surplus, not from a deficit. Many, many reasons are out here, family, for why we can do something new and different in our lives. Many, many reasons are out here of why we can always start over. We don't have to live the life that we don't want to live. So many of us feel so trapped and so stuck. Let me tell you, family, you do not have to live the life that you don't want to live. Have you ever known someone and they were the same way their whole life? That when they call your phone, you're like, man, this is this part. Hello, how are you? And they got the same story. Nothing new has happened in their life. And it's just more of the same thing. More of the same victim mentality. More of the same, them wallowing in their pain, wanting and hoping that someone would listen to their story. And they're betting on you listening to their story. You don't have time for that. You do not have time to listen to anybody's story about a person who does not intentionally want to change, because that's taken away from you. And I'm not saying don't be selfish. I'm not saying be selfish. I do understand that we are here and we feed people. People feed on our energy and people care and we love people. I'm not saying don't be a help to people. But what I am saying is you don't want to end up like that. You don't want to be that person telling the same story to the same people or finding a new person to tell that same story to. No, you want to tell a new story. And when you make a decision that you can change your life, when you make a decision that it's never too late to start over, family, you're automatically going to feel inspired. You're going to be inspired. You're going to be happy to tell your story because you're going to be telling your story future facing. You're going to be telling your story about what your future is going to be, about what you're going to have and what you're going to do and who you are becoming. You're not telling the story of the past. The past, we love the past. We honor and respect and pay homage to the past, but the past is the past. And today is a new day. And these are reasons that we're telling ourselves and giving ourselves of how we can always start over. And in starting over, we're not starting from a deficit. We're starting from a surplus. Family, in closing, it is never, ever too late to start over. It's never, ever, ever too late to make a decision that you want to reinvent yourself. Understand that you didn't miss any opportunity and that new opportunities will come to you and that you don't have to go anywhere and get it. The sure fact of you becoming a better person and you changing your life and making the decision to change and be better, when you make that decision to change and be better, all of those opportunities are going to come to you. And we may not be able to get our time back, but there's no time like now. There's no time like this present moment. This is the youngest we will ever be. And the oldest we have ever been. This is the time to capitalize on the time that we have now here on this earth, here in our lives. And we're recognizing our excuses. We're moving past them. We're not too old. We're not too young. It's not too late. And I'm not saying that this is for every circumstance and every scenario, but the majority of the things that we want to do differently, we can do over. Even though we can't get our time back, we can have a do-over. And we can do it better and different and do it the way it feels right to us. And no, if you didn't get anything else from this video, if you didn't get anything else from all the words I'm rambling off in this video, understand and know that things are never, ever falling apart for you, family. They are only ever falling together. And that's on facts. It is never too late to start over. Every single thing that you want, anything that you want to do in your life, reinventing yourself, creating a new you, anything that you want in your life, you can have it because you can become it. And the only thing holding you back is you. Nobody else, nothing on the external, because you're going inside and you're deciding that you want to change. What is the answer to my question? Do you want to change? Your answer is yes. Your answer is I'm already changing. I'm doing the work. Yes. That's the answer to the question, is that you're changing your life and becoming better and doing the things that you need to do to get where you need to get every single time. And you're not missing any steps and you are on the right track. Don't give up, family. I know it's hard. There are always external circumstances that try to slow us down, turn us off, tell us who we are not, tell us what they think we should become and who they think we should become and what they think that we should do. When you quiet the noise, quiet out all that negative noise in your mind and in your external environment. And when you are able to think greater than you feel, you can understand and actually not just give yourself the reasons that you can change, and not just actually give yourself the reasons to start over, but you can feel it and you can know it and you can do it. Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. Hey, family, I want to get on here today and just talk about some different types of people that you want to stay away from, because it's so unhealthy to be trying to move forward in your life and you got people in your life that are holding you back, being disrespectful, taking all your good energy, taking all your good juju, and making you feel like you don't have what it takes to get to where you need to be. You don't need people like that in your life. What you need are people that are going to help you get to where you need to go. People that are motivating you, encouraging you. And I know no one's perfect. You know, we all have maybe one-off situations or an argument or a disagreement. Maybe someone says something hurtful. But I'm talking about the individual that consistently shows up in your life in a way that you do not need and in a way that is not healthy for you. So the first type of person that if you can avoid at all costs, you should, is the naysayer. And what is a naysayer? A dream stealer. You know what a naysayer is, a dream stealer. Always discouraging you, always telling you what you can't do, always telling you who you are not, always discouraging you from pursuing your dream and following that goal, always telling you, no, that's not possible. I don't think you could do that. Your cousin tried it. Your so-and-so tried it. You tried it before and it didn't work. You're going to fail. It's going to fail. It can't go forward. It won't succeed. You don't need people like that in your life. And family, a lot of times, if we're not careful, we'll listen to those individuals and not follow our dreams. If we're not careful, we'll allow people to speak negative things over our lives and tell us what we can't do. And a lot of times, the advice that people give you, it's not because they don't think you can do it. It's because they can't. That's the reality. It's not because you can't do it. It's because they can't. They failed in their life at being successful. They failed where they thought that they would succeed. So now they want to throw that on everybody else. Just because they failed, they think that everybody else is going to fail. That's not how it goes. So a lot of times they are projecting on you their failures. What they don't see possible for themselves, they project that on you. And that is unhealthy. Those are naysayers. And the most dangerous thing about a naysayer is the minute something doesn't go as planned for you. The minute your goal may not succeed, the minute a delay, becomes a delay, but we realize it's not a denial. The minute you have to stop and pause and regroup and redo something a different way, they are always there to say, I told you so. Aren't they? They are always there to tell you, I told you so. You should have listened to me. You shouldn't have done that. That's why you failed. That's why it didn't work. Those are naysayers, and they are absolutely in no way, place, or fashion or form needed in your life because they are not moving you forward, nor are they helping you move the needle forward. Another person that if you can stay away from at all costs is the envious. The envious. These people have a deep-seated hatred, a deep-seated jealousy, a deep-seated resentment, and are very, very unhappy about what they perceive that someone else has that they don't. And it's dangerous because these people walk around looking at everyone else, wishing and wondering and hoping that they can have what they want. They might want to be them. It's a lot of people in your life, family. They might want to be you. And the crazy thing is, they are looking at you as competition, but you're looking at them as a family or a friend. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. They literally are looking at you as competition. They're looking at you as the ops. They're looking at you as an opposing team member, and you're looking at them as a family or a friend. Make it make sense. These are the envious, and they have no room. Similar to the naysayer, they have absolutely no space, no room, and no footing in your life because they can't, because they are not happy for you. It doesn't matter what you do. You can take the world and flip it. It doesn't matter what you do. These individuals are always going to be envious of you because they think that they should be the ones with your blessings and not you. Keep those people out of your life, family, at all cost. The third type of person that you want to stay away from at all costs, if at all possible, is the energy drainer. Oh my goodness, just talking about it, my energy is being drained. The energy drainer. And we all know of someone that's an energy drainer, have someone in our family. Maybe we've been a person that drained someone's energy before. We know what that feels like. And the energy drainer is a person who, sometimes without even realizing it, they are taking all of the fun out of everything. They take everything good out of something and make it not good. They take the spark out of it. They take the happiness out of it. They take the peace out of every single thing. They literally drain your energy. Have y'all ever had someone to call your phone and you picked up your phone and the minute you saw who it was, you said, oh man. And then hello? Or you don't even answer at all, because those are energy drainers, because you know that the outcome of that phone call, the outcome of that interaction never, ever really truly leads to a good place for you. You know it doesn't. You get on the phone with these people and they talk about all the things going wrong, all the things they can't do, what so-and-so didn't do, what he did back in 1994, what she did back in 2006. They are literally living in the past. And the minute you get done talking to these people, the minute you allow this type of person in your energy space, in your house, in your life, in your mind, you are literally left feeling emotionally drained, mentally depleted. Tell me I'm lying. It is the truth. I got a cousin who's an energy drainer right now. Like, you literally are left feeling depleted. And most of all, you're left feeling exhausted. You don't need it, family. And you don't need that type of energy in your life. And you don't need that type of person in your life, because what's going to happen is when you're moving forward to greatness, when you're moving forward to trying to become a new and better and different person, when you're trying to move forward to accomplish some of your goals, here they come taking all your energy. And if you're not careful, you look around, you spent 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of your time wasted on a situation and solution that you couldn't even come up with, in a situation that you couldn't solve, and you were not able to do the things that you were supposed to do in your day. You are not able to accomplish the goals that you were supposed to accomplish. You're not able to set forth and do the things that you know that you needed to do, all because you allowed someone to drain your energy. And we have all been there, family. So if you are able to keep the energy drainers similar to the naysayers, similar to the envious, keep the energy drainers out of your circle if at all possible. And last, family, but certainly not least, the hater. The hater. We all know who they are, the hater. We all have heard the term before. We all have had haters in our lives. Maybe we ourselves have hated on people, depending on where we were mentally. We know what the hater is. And we have to keep these people out of our inner circle, out of our life, out of our spaces, and out of our minds, because they do nothing but cause distractions and cause damage. And the hater is simply a person that is not capable of and that is unwilling of making a decision to be happy for you. They physically, mentally, psychologically, physiologically cannot be happy. They cannot be happy for you for whatever reason. So they have to opt to hating. They can't be happy for you. And maybe a hater is a mixture of a naysayer, a mixture of an energy drainer, a mixture of an envious person. Maybe they're all of that embodied. Maybe they are a mixture of all the bad things, but for whatever reason, they cannot be happy for you. As much as they try, family, they can't do it. They have tried, but they can't. They don't have the bone in their body to sit back and admit defeat. They don't have a bone in their body to sit back and say, you know what? I think that person is doing good. I can't even be mad at that person for the accomplishments that they have. I really like that person's relationship. I am proud of that. They literally cannot give credit where it's due because they're a hater. And family, these haters are running rampant. Have you ever had a situation in your life where maybe you're trying to start a business, or maybe you're in a healthy relationship and you haven't been in it in a long time? Maybe you have a new job and a new career. Maybe you moved and bought a new house. Maybe a lucky break has happened for you. Maybe you found a new church family. Whatever it is where the outcome consists of you being happy, you'll find out who your haters are real quick. You'll find out who your haters are, and then you tell them the story of your happiness. And what's their response? Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh, I'm not saying, that's good for you. I mean, if that's what you want, that's cool. These are haters. They're haters, family, and you can feel it. Sometimes you can't explain it, and you can feel it. And that's why it's important to stop telling all of your goals and your dreams to these people, because again, they're looking at you as competition and you're looking at them as a friend. They're looking at you as competition and you sitting here thinking that they're being supportive family. No, family, they are a hater. So I wanted to just get on here real quick and talk to you about certain types of people that, if at all possible, you do not want in your life. They do not wish well for you. They do not want happiness for you. They don't seek blessings for you in your life. They might want to see you fail. But the reality is they never will. They never, ever will. Because the fact that you have haters, naysayers, and these people around you tells me that you're on your verge to greatness. Tells me that you're moving forward and that you're doing something new and different in your life, to the point where people have to be envious of you, to the point where they are haters. They can't even be happy and you didn't even do anything to them. Every time something good in their life has happened, you've been there, front row seat, happy, celebrating, right? Clapping for them. When they kick the field goal, you're happy for them. But what are they doing for you? Their level of energy was depleted oh so quickly when you told them about your story. When you told them about your blessing, they couldn't be happy for you. And the minute you talked about your future goals, now they want to be a naysayer, tell you why you can't accomplish it because it didn't work for them. So now they want to project on you the things that didn't work for them in their lives. And then they want to be envious because they're mad that favor is not fair. They're mad that the blessings that fell on you didn't fall on them, no matter how hard they try, because you make it look easy because you're the chosen one. Let's be very clear. That's exactly what type of energy that they're on. So if at all possible, family, try to keep these people out of your life, out of your space, out of your energy, out of your hemisphere, because at the end of the day, they don't take you forward. And if something is not taking you forward, family, what is it doing? It is taking you back. If something is not helping you move the needle forward, it is causing you to be complacent and causing you to be inconsistent and causing you to have distractions and not allowing you to, and giving you the inability to move forward on your goals, your dreams, and your life. Stay the course, family. Get these people up out of your life. Get these people up out of your inner circle. And if at all possible that you are unable to get them out of your inner circle in your life, create the boundary and the distance so that you can still operate and fully function as the highest and best version of yourself without them interacting with and coming in and ruining all the good things that you got going on in your life. Stay the course and stay inspired. Hey, family. I want to remind you that it doesn't matter what they think about you. It doesn't matter what they think about you. It doesn't matter what they say about you. All that matters is that you're moving forward in your life. When you look at your life, right, and you look at all the things that you've been through, look at all the situations that you walked through, look at all the people that you've moved forward from, that you moved on from, all the environments you're no longer dealing in. Do you think that you have time to concern yourself with what people think about you? Do you think that you have time to concern yourself with what a person says? Family, I want you to know that every single thing you're doing, Everything you've been through, everything you're walking through, it's all adding up and it's all conspiring to make you great. It's all adding up and it's all conspiring to make you great. This is not the season for you to lose your head. This is not the season for you to worry about what are they saying about me? What are they thinking about me? I wonder if, I wonder what. No, this is not that season. This is the season for you to get up and move forward in your life. Like I've said before in a past video, is it going to be one day or day one? One day things will be better for me. One day things are going to get better. Or day one, I'm making a decision that things are going to be better for me now. Day one, I'm making a decision that my life is going to change. And family, we have to get to that point where we are really serious about changing our lives. We have to get to that point where we make ourselves a priority, where in this season, we are the main character of our own story. Where we are the main character of our own story, not anybody else. We have spent so much time, family, so much time concerning ourselves with what people think about us. We've spent so much time concerning ourselves with what people are thinking about us, and what a person thinks of you doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter, family, because it can't matter. Not when you're moving forward, not when you're making progress, not when you're doing something new, different, and great with your life. It doesn't matter what they think. Let them say what they want, because none of what they're saying is going to make you change your mind about growing. None of what they're saying is going to make you make a different choice. None of what they're saying is going to make you say, you know what, I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up because of what they say. No, you're not. You're going to keep moving forward. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has something to say. But one thing I learned, family, is that they're all still watching you. They're watching you move on. Some of us, have been through bad traumatic situations. Many of us have had job losses, relationship losses, losses of friends, whatever situation and scenario that you just came through. Know that they are all watching. You don't think so? They're watching you. I don't care if they told you they don't need you, they don't like you, they don't need you in their life. Your part in their story is over. Whatever they told you, I want you to know that they're all watching. And since they're all watching, you're going to give them a show. Since they're all watching anyway, you're going to move forward with your life, because at the end of the day, family, you matter. At the end of the day, you are important, and you can't concern yourself with what they're thinking about you. What they're doing in your life, what they're doing in their life is none of your concern. Just like what you're doing in your life is none of their concern, but they're all watching. So since they are watching, give them a show. You're going to be great, and you're going to be great on purpose. And it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they think. All that matters is that you are doing the things that you need to do. All that matters is that you are moving forward in your life, and you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. Do you want to move forward to a new future and an unknown, or do you want to stay in a familiar past? Do you want to move forward and create something new and different, or do you want to stay where you are? And family, when we're moving on in our lives, when we're moving forward to getting greater, we cannot concern ourselves with what they think about us. We can't concern ourselves with what they're going to say, because at the end of the day, family, we have to make a choice, and we have to live. We have to make a choice. We have to live, because the reality is, at the end of the day, we need to do what's best for us. It doesn't matter what they think, family. And it doesn't matter, because you can't make it matter. Because where you're going in your life, you do not have the mental capacity to consider these negative thoughts. You don't have the mental capacity to carry people and things that no longer serve you. You do not have the mental capacity to think about anything other than winning. Because your goal in this season in your life is to win. Your goal in this season in your life is to win. It doesn't matter what they say. Listen, in anything I've ever wanted to do in my life, anything I've ever wanted to do in my life, someone always had a say about what I should do, what I am not doing right, how I could do something different, what I need to do more of, what I need to do. Listen, let them talk. Because at the end of the day, this is your life, and you're making a decision to be great, and you're making a decision to do something new and different. Let the people talk. Let them talk, because their part in your story is over. Their part in your story is over, and they're mad because you moved on with your life. You didn't look back. They're mad because you decided you wanted something new, great, and different with your life. They're mad because you are no longer in their life. And family, what you did was you woke up and you made a decision to rewrite your story. You woke up and you made a decision to reframe your story. You're not even looking at the past like you used to be. You're not even looking at obstacles as obstacles. You're looking at obstacles as opportunities. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Every single thing you've been through in your life is now you reframing your story, you reprogramming your mind, and you moving forward to something new and different. And I know it hurts sometimes, family, when people say negative things about us. I know that it hurts sometimes, family, when the people that we loved or we gave entry in our lives, or the people that we trusted and that we trusted with our family and our lives and our secrets and our money. I know it hurts when they do us wrong, but guess what? At the end of the day, every single thing happened for a reason, and you are moving forward in your life. You're moving forward in your life. You are charting a new course. Let people talk. They're going to say what they want. But it doesn't matter what they say, because none of what they say is going to change your mind about who you're becoming. None of what they say is going to make you stop. You can't stop. You didn't come this far just to come this far. Absolutely not. And I know a lot of people want to slow you down. A lot of people want to stop you from being great, but they can't and they won't. Not unless you allow them to. They can think what they want about you. They can say what they want about you. They're always going to talk. Everyone has a voice, and it's their constitutional right to say what they want. But at the end of the day, just because they say a thing does not mean it's true. Just because we think a thing doesn't mean it's true. Just because a person says something about you doesn't mean it's true. And one of the biggest lessons I learned as I matured and got more wisdom is that we don't have to respond. We do not have to respond to every single thing a person says to us. We don't have to respond to every single thing a person does to us. Why would we? Why should we? Because our response is moving forward and being successful. Our response is moving forward and doing something new and different. Our response is getting up and making a decision that we want more and different with our lives. That's our response. So family, really look at your life and ask yourself, is what this person's saying about me, does it really matter? And if it's bothering me, why am I allowing it to bother me? What is it about this person that's saying negative things about me and I'm allowing it to hurt me? What is it about them? Why am I allowing them to impact me so much? Why do I have them here in my mental? Because family, right now you have too much to do. You have too much on your plate. You have too much work to accomplish than to sit here and concern yourself with a person that's hating on you anyway. Worrying about a person that doesn't want to see you do well anyway. A lot of us, you know what I mean, in our lives, we're told by people, I don't want you anymore. I don't want to deal with you. Don't call me. If a person's told you that, do you really think they're going to be happy for you? No, they're living in disbelief because they're watching you win. They literally never thought that you would win. They are watching you win, family. And since they are watching you win, I want you to give them a show. Since they are watching you win, they're going to see your greatness. Since they are watching you win, family, they get a front row seat to see what they missed out on. They do. Tell me I'm lying. They literally get a front row seat to see what they missed out on, because you are the prize, family. It was never them. It's you. You are the prize. And we have to start walking in our energy and walking in the belief and the knowing that we are great and that we have every single thing that we need, all the tools in our toolkit to be great. We have every single thing that we need to accomplish the life that we are called to live. You are not called just to stay where you are. You are called for greater. You are called for more. And when you start believing in that, family, new things will start to appear. You'll start to see different. You'll attract better. You'll have more. You'll do more because you are more. You're going to naturally be more. But we can't move forward in our lives concerning ourselves with what that person said about us. We can't move forward in our lives concerning ourselves with what a person thinks about us, because family, they're going to think what they want. Let them say what they want. Let them do what they want, because at the end of the day, nothing that they say, nothing that they do, there is nothing that is going to stop your show. Nothing is going to stop your show. And you're going to continue to move forward. You're going to continue to be great. And you're going to continue to win, because you don't have any other option. Your life is great. Your life is great. So when people are talking about you, criticizing you, judging you, giving you criticism that's unhealthy, that's unwarranted, and that's unnecessary, you have to learn to move past that, family. Just something to think about. Stay inspired.